Welcome everyone to the Moisky News for February 10th, 2020. Before anyone asks, I'm going to cover the Ireland election tomorrow. I'm just waiting for the final votes to come in before we find out just how well Sinn Féin did. Oh wow, how times have changed, where Sinn Féin have the chance to win an election. And poor Varadkar, not even first choice in his own constituency? I don't know what you call it over there. Instead, we're going to go back and talk about the SNP, but within the Scottish Parliament. After the rip-roaring success of addressing Nicola Sturgeon and the fact that Scotland, if independent, couldn't join the EU anyway, a day later, the then Finance Secretary, called Derek Mackey, was suspended from the SNP. Now, he can't be forced to quit as a member of Scottish Parliament. That should be on record after the Alex Salmond stuff, which is ongoing, so we won't touch it yet. It's not as simple as one thinks. Now, Mr. Mackey has resigned in disgrace, I would say, because he's in a bit of a difficult spot, a very serious situation, if you will, after admitting he had contacted a schoolboy repeatedly on Facebook and Instagram. Mr. Mackey, the 42-year-old, was outed by the Scottish Sun, a Scottish tabloid, it has to be separate from The Sun, published details of 270 unsolicited messages that he had sent to the teenager, which included the messages calling the boy cute and looking fine with his new haircut, inviting him to dinner, and of course, because we don't want any suspicion to be aroused, confirming that their messages remain private. It should be noted, Derek Mackey was seen by many people as a future contender for SNP leadership when Nicola Sturgeon steps down, which is no time soon. I assume it won't be until they have either a failed attempt at a referendum or another referendum where they then lose, forcing her to stand down like Alex Salmond did. At present time, the police have spoken to the 16-year-old boy and are still assessing the situation because no formal complaint has been made. The boy, because he didn't want any publicity but went to the Scottish Sun anyway, said he felt grossed out by some of Mackey's messages. As a response to this, Derek Mackey deleted his Facebook and Twitter accounts. Earlier I mentioned Instagram as well, which still exists but is at present time private. As many of you are undoubtedly thinking, does this mean, like in the UK, that Derek Mackey's seat is 100% safe and he won't have to contest it anytime soon? Not entirely. While the SNP are not going to force him to quit, and it is up to him to do so, they can expel him from the party. But also, Holyrood has the powers to use a recall system which will allow voters to demand a by-election, something which we don't have in the United Kingdom. Many have said after Brexit and the shambles it became prior to our leaving Rule Britannia, that perhaps we should bring it back. It has happened in the past in Scottish Parliament where the then in-government party, the SNP, did not call for a by-election after they expelled Mark Donald in 2018 for allegedly harassing two women. An accusation was enough to get expelled. I'd like to see how this is handled then, since, the texts are right there. I mean, he actually sent them. Mark MacDonald, it should be noted, remained at Holyrood as an independent and routinely voted alongside his former party. Understandably, with all that had happened concerning Derek Mackey, the deputy leader of the SNP has said it would be very difficult for Derek Mackey to actually remain at Holyrood because of those texts. And the Scottish Labour leader, Richard Leonard, has demanded answers from Nicola Sturgeon on the resignation of Derek Mackey. Scandals have hit them a couple times in recent years. Oh dear, oh dear. With this, I'm very much interested to know what you think about Derek Mackey. The text messages are all there, and he hasn't exactly denied these. Because the kid is 16, I'm not sure if the messages were sent when he was underage or not, but it is still, because his own children are older than the schoolboy, incredibly creepy. So please do let me know in the comments down below. Oh, and if you would like me to cover more politics from, for example, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and even Ireland or the continent of Europe itself, the country, Also let me know, because I am quite interested in expanding my understanding of politics within this continent. I would say I would try elsewhere, but honestly, I don't understand the culture enough. But it's a work in progress.